I know I'm not tactical, but I would love to play a real-life Sarah Connor on the big screen. Here's the scene. It's the Mexican cops. I don't know why they're following us. We're two women in the middle of nowhere, Anna. What do you think he wants? Oh, he's about to have a bad day.
In a completely made-up film, starring Margaux Alvarez as Sarah Connor, Sarah finds herself compromised and has no other option. And while these dirty cops may never be able to subscribe to this channel, you still have time. Seriously, subscribe now.
Well, I'm not tactical, and I'm still learning the world of shooting. I'm an expert in coaching. I'm Margaux Alvarez, a former athlete and coach. If you're new to my channel, I'm here to bring you education, entertainment, and a spark of inspiration. In today's episode, we're diving headfirst into hybrid training. Get ready to discover why it's a game changer and how it might save your life. But first, let's pick the athlete you want to be.
No, not like these.
Unlike them, if you want to combine power, strength, and endurance, hybrid training might be the route for you. If you want to focus on a single modality like powerlifting or like running, then this video may not be for you. By now, you've most likely heard of the term hybrid training. If not, it's where you integrate strength, cardiovascular endurance, and other modalities into your training. Now, some arguments or criticism I've seen or heard is that you're going to lose your strength if you add running or cardio in, or you're going to lose your endurance if you start to lift weights. However, as a professional athlete for many years,
and Margaux Alvarez has made it to the top.
Hybrid training doesn't diminish strength, it redefines it. Before we get into the science and boring stuff, think of a drag car, i.e. a power athlete, a hybrid F-150 truck, a hybrid athlete, or a Prius, an endurance athlete. Now, there are three energy systems. That first one is the phosphagen or ATP system. This is going to be requiring quick bursts of energy for short duration, high intensity activities. Think of sprints or Olympic lifts. It uses stored ATP and creatine phosphate and lasts about 10 to 15 seconds. The second one is glycolytic system or anaerobic glycolysis. This provides energy for moderate to high intensity activities. This could be a time frame of around 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Now, this is a guide. There are some other approaches and theories out there, so just make note of that. The third is the oxidative or aerobic system. This produces energy for lower intensity, longer duration activities. Think of a 10K or even a half marathon. It primarily uses fats and carbohydrates, requiring oxygen to break down ATP efficiently over extended periods of time. Each system works together dynamically depending on the activity's duration and intensity. Now, how does this apply to real-world demands? Think of an instance where you might have to lift something heavy and then run to safety or respond to an emergency. This is the functional application of being a well-rounded individual or athlete, where you can both lift something heavy and have the endurance to run. Bringing it full circle, think of that drag car, i.e. that power athlete. They can lift an insane amount of weight from that floor, say a 1,000-pound deadlift, but then they struggle to climb the stairs without getting winded. On the opposite spectrum, think of that Prius car. It can go long durations, but struggles to pull or go up a hill, pulling anything behind that vehicle. Same thing with an endurance athlete. They can go long distances, but they might have a hard time pulling deadlifts from the floor or squatting a bar. In the middle of the two spectrums, you have my F-150 truck. It has 450 horsepower, but also has the ability to go 700 miles on one gas tank. So why does this matter? If you're a tactical athlete, a hybrid athlete, or Leo, where you have to run, fight, and run to get away from that situation, you need to have the power, the strength, and the endurance to accomplish your task at hand. So do you have to be tactical to train this way? No, I'm not tactical. Do you have to be a Leo? No, I'm not a Leo either, but I want to make sure that I'm training so if a situation arises, I can defend myself. If you're a mom and you're walking down the street and say you have your kid with you and a dog starts running at you after you, you need to be able to pick up your kid, run to get away. If that dog catches you, you now need to be able to fight that dog. Now, this might be a situation that you never come across, but I'm putting a hypothetical situation out there because I want to make sure that I'm preparing and that you're preparing as well. This is where that hybrid training comes in, being able to have the strength to lift, have the endurance to run, and repeat that if the situation arises. A situation that might be more realistic is if you're walking down the street and someone attacks you, you need to be able to fight that attacker, get away, run to safety. If that individual catches up with you, you need to be able to have the endurance and the body's ability to recover to continue to fight and escape. So a workout I used to do back in the day was 400-meter run, 21 kettlebell swings, and 12 pull-ups for 3 rounds. Now, I look at that workout as something that takes into a realistic situation, right? Being able to run and then pull myself over a fence or pull myself up over a barricade, then I need to run again. So being able to have the energy system of my body to run, do a different movement and run. Again, do I want to be in a situation, an environment where someone's attacking me? No, but I want to make sure that if I do get into that situation or scenario, I am prepared. Let me know in the comments below if you want to learn how to train for hybrid. You can follow myself and others out there. I post daily workouts on my X account. I'm actually training for the Tactical Games in October. If you're not sure what the Tactical Games are, or if you've never heard about it, essentially it's where running and endurance meets shooting. It is a really cool experience. I've done one before, but essentially there are multiple different events and you don't know the events until the night before. For myself, I have a good amount of experience with the fitness, so I'm spending a little more time with the shooting. But what I love about it is the unknown and unknowable. So for myself, I'm putting myself in new environments, different environments, and I highly encourage yourself to do the same, whether that's going for a 5-mile run or lifting weights in the gym. Pushing that bubble out is going to help you get more experience. Like I said before, I want to make sure that I'm prepared in different facets, and training for the Tactical Games allows me to do that. Now, any type of movement or exercise is beneficial, whether that's just walking or bodybuilding. But for myself, I want to train for a purpose. And that purpose is to save my life if I'm ever in that situation. If you're new to my channel, I'm Margaux Alvarez. And if you found this beneficial, please share with others. I would absolutely love your support to help me grow my channel and improve my reach so I can help others out there. No, I didn't want to do the workout because I got to leave in 3 minutes, but that's not an excuse. Getting back into training is hard. Not so much physically, but more mentally. Not that I can't lift. I prefer to lift and do accessory work, build my strength. Cardio is hard. Do I want to do it? Not really, but I know it's going to make me feel better. I know that I'm going to feel better afterwards, but I also know that it's going to help me in a situation where I need to fight, run, and then fight and run again, right? You can take the most extreme case. Someone's chasing me, someone's coming after me, someone's breaking in, right? They're trying to attack me. And I need to be able to fight the attacker, run off to safety, call for help. If they catch up to me, I have to fight again. Then you can take the least extreme. Hey, I want to be able to run with my kids, play with them in the park. So no matter what spectrum or side of the spectrum you're at, cardio training, high intensity training, interval training, it's all important to help you increase the breadth and depth of who you are as an individual, right? You don't have to compete at a high level. I've done that. Do I come in here and do I look at my watch? Yeah, I lapped all my rounds and kept my time. It's a habit. It's what I've built up day in, day out. Now, am I competing at a high level? I plan on competing at the Tactical Games in October. That's going to put myself in a different environment. It's been almost 3 years since I've done Tactical Games. Am I a little nervous? Yeah, but I know that what do I have to lose, right? I'm going to put myself in a new environment. I'm going to train not only with firearms, but also with my training. Long distance cardio, interval training, high intensity workouts. How does this apply to you? Why should you care? Well, you want to be a rounded individual, right? If you're a mom and you're trying to take care of your kids, being in a situation where you're physically able to pick up your kids, run, and get to safety is important, right? Mom, dad, sister, brother, doesn't matter. If you're in a situation where you have to protect yourself and your family, having the ability, physical ability and mental ability is important. That's where prepare, endure, survive comes from. Preparation in the gym, physically, mentally, endurance, right? Not only endurance of what we're doing in the gym, but also can you endure challenges? What struggles are you facing that you're coming through and you're pushing yourself and overcoming, right? And survival could be survival skills. If you're on the mountain, you get lost, right? But also survival is like, what do I need to do physically, mentally to make sure that I can survive in a situation that is, again, on either spectrum, right? I would joke like, hey, a bear is coming after you. You might not have a bear coming after you. You might have someone attacking you, right? You might have your playful dog that wants to just play in the park with you. But the application is important. So hopefully this is inspiring, give you some motivation to go to the gym. If you guys have questions, you can always drop them below. You can always reach out to me. But we're doing this together. We're doing hard things together.